Hi everyone, my name is Igor Maestrov, and today we'll talk about the technology of big data and its applications. The technologies of big data are increasingly used both in private and public sector. In today's podcast, I'll attempt to uncover what the big data technology is, its major life cycle stages, who is using the technology and who is affected by it, its stakeholders, some of the major obstacles of discovering and utilizing the full potential of the technology, what are the major benefits and applications of the technology. We'll focus mostly on the big data technologies used by government institutions for providing public good, added efficiency and effectiveness, and increase the level and quality of services provided by organization. So where does the data come from? In our everyday life, we generate massive amount of information. All of this vast data, if put in perspective to give the feel of its scope, it was estimated by Berkeley University in California that all of the words ever uttered by humanity could be stored on a hard drive with storage capacity of only 5 exabytes. To compare, the internet traffic of 2013 reached 650 exabytes. It comes from all sorts of records, such as purchase records, bank transactions, medical records and billing, social media, Facebook posting, tweets, pictures and videos, and use of phone, location sensors, global positioning system GPS, scientific sensors used to monitor or process in nature, such as movement of glaciers and currents. So what is big data? The term big data was offered by Roger Magulas from O'Reilly Media in 2005 and later defined by Gartner as big data is high volume, high velocity, and high variety information asset that demands cost-effective and innovative forms of information processing for enhanced insight and decision making. All of this data pool is comprised of data of different quality and formats. It can be structured, semi-structured, and unstructured. Absolute majority of it is unstructured and semi-structured. Structured data is usually generated by private organization and government in a format that allows to read and analyze it, such as Word file, Excel documents, reports, and databases. Such data formatting makes it easy to analyze and process it, to extract meaningful information for the further use. Unstructured and semi-structured data is represented by videos, pictures, email, and tweets, etc., which are generated by social media activities and correspondence. Such data has limited use for analysis. Big data is represented not only by the data itself and technologies to work with it, it's also a process, which includes particular steps. Life cycle of big data. Gathering phase is the first step. The data is collected from the public in many different ways, for example, surveys, voting records, census information, social media, etc. And in majority of times, people willingly and voluntarily give out all sorts of information. Because nowadays, most of the information is in electronic format, it allows to combine the information from different sources, which is our next step. Big data can provide really well-rounded and in-depth with some intimate details knowledge about an individual. Storage of data is another step in big data lifecycle, which requires significant amount of space in terms of facilities as well as storage capacity of technologies used for operating big data. To be efficient and effective in using big data, the data storage should be fast enough to allow rapid access to the data and its mobility between computers, and it should be safe enough to provide optional operation environment for such delicate machinery and protect from possible intrusions. The analysis is the most important step of the big data lifecycle. By doing analysis, the operator is able to generate some meaningful information about individuals or phenomenon. And the use of the meaningful information to make educated decision is our final step. Government uses the big data to learn how to serve its customers better, prevent fraud and protect citizens, improve public involvement in government processes by facilitating democratic debates and discussions. Now let's take a look at who uses the technology and who is being affected by it. Businesses have the biggest market share in using big data. There are two categories of businesses: the one that use and are able to work with big data, and the ones that provide operational services for big data. The first category includes mostly large businesses with revenues exceeding 100 million and who understand the importance of using business intelligence systems, such as big data analytics, business analytics, and data mining. The graph shows an increase in industries of big data and business intelligence over the period from 2004 to 2014 offered by Google Trends. The government of United States is only beginning to realize the full potential of the big data, and it increasingly starts to implement such technologies into its decision-making processes. The US government started to allocate more budget resources for information technology IT purposes for different mission areas such as Army, defense-wide spending, health and human services, homeland security, and science, considering last decade, which you can observe. Unfortunately, for the big part, it has to rely on private sector, which is bigger data keeper about individuals and government. For example, if US government wants to search for terrorists, it goes to private company that has the data, such as phone call record, surveillance data. In Chicago, only 10% of the 10,000 surveillance cameras belongs to the police. The investigation of the Boston bombing in 2013 was able to identify the terrorists by using pictures and videos of private owners, and not governments, which is responsible for public safety. Another use of big data is scientific research, which allows a better overall and detailed understanding of natural processes around us by facilitating thorough analysis of vast data sets. For example, the big data technologies are widely used in study of cancer cells, genomics, and its modifications to find new cures. And last is us, regular people, internet users. Information about us is collected all the time. Cyber criminals use big data for their enrichment or to cause harm. What are the obstacles for big data use and its development? Even though big data technology started its existence in far 1960s, we're just entering the era of big data. Therefore, current level of technologies have some limitation in exploring the full potential of the big data. Some of the obstacles of using such technologies is multi-formatting of data sets, duplication, and poor quality of information. There is no unified system of formatting standards to allow seamless exchange of data between repositories with its further analysis. The data is often duplicated, which can distort generated analytics, and sometimes information is of poor quality can be used for analysis. Not only software systems have limitations, but hardware too. Big data sets are very hard to work with, so it requires more computing power and storage. Another challenge in developing the big data technology is legal protection of information. Because big data has some serious threats to privacy of individuals, it is regulated by government, and therefore there are some serious limitations as to how the data collected can be used. The technologies of big data offer some great benefits of applications for government. Use of big data to provide the public with better services. Some of the applications are e-government. The implementation of e-government helps significantly improve the involvement and interaction between citizens and local bodies of power. It allowed larger amount of people to express their views, concerns, and offer their suggestions to the public officials, which helps to shape new policies and change inefficiency of the existing ones. Politics 2.0. The presidential election to the Senate and the House of Representatives in 2008 presented some evidence of success in favor of online political campaign and constituency participation. By employing social media to interact with the constituency, promote political campaign, initiate public discussions of some current issues, political teams were able to gain an insight on what are the needs of the public and what needs to be addressed. According to Pew Institute's research, more than 55% of adult population of the US in 2008 presidential elections got their politics-related news and participated in political dialogue through the internet. Smart health and well-being. Another benefit of the big data used to promote public good is smart health and well-being. The development boom in the industry of medical equipment and personal devices unable to transmit information about the health condition of the patient allowed to generate a lot of useful information. The use of such data has some great potential implementation. It can help health providers and medical researchers to conduct studies to enrich the understanding of patients' disease patterns and study the dynamics of some epidemics. And it can help health providers to learn more about the patient needs. Smart city. If we use such technologies on the scale of a city, we would be able to create smart cities. The concept of smart city assumed the use of multiple sensors all over the city to collect data in real time and then analyze it to extract meaningful information, which would allow the government to influence the processes in such city in a positive way. Sensors can be used to operate traffic more efficiently, save energy, eliminate waste, promote sustainability. Also, use of surveillance cameras can improve safety and fight crimes. In conclusion, we are witnessing the beginning of the era of big data. The use of such technologies can significantly enrich and better our understanding of social and natural processes around us, help us to create a better, sustainable, and safer place to live in already for the present generation. The use and development of such technologies can offer multiple benefits to businesses, government, public organizations, and scientific society. But at the same time, it can also impose some serious threats to the privacy of individual, national security, and cyber safety. Thank you.